Welcome back to the South Blue. It's One Piece time. I'm very excited for this chapter. I think the flow we've had for the last couple of chapters that have been out have been amazing. We've gone through our flashbacks. Now we're in the action, the thick of Egghead. And last chapter we had absolute doozy. Kind of the combat really started. Luffy kind of made his mark. Him, Sanji, taken down Saturn, taken on Kizaru. What else did we have the big reveal of the Blackbeard pirates being present at Egghead. Katrina Devon kind of using her power and touching Saturn, kind of alluding to the fact that since her power is similar to Bon Clay's Boom Boom, we think Devon might be able to turn into Saturn himself. But wow, just it was an overall great chapter last time, and I'm very eager to continue reading, continue my big whiteboard of theories and see where it all goes. So, no hesitation. I'm going in. One Piece, chapter 1108. Attention world. What could that mean? What could that mean? Maybe we got some Morgans coming in. We're declaring something to the world. Um, Maybe it's a declaration of war from Blackbeard. Maybe we go straight back to Blackbeard. Oh, yes, I said Caribou's bitch ass say he wants to go work for Teach, but we can let that slide. All right. Ooh, color spread. Oh wow, that's an awesome. This is not the color spread, but the front page of Shonen Jump. Man, I wish I had that one. It's a nice Gear Fifth Luffy going. "Arr!" That's awesome. Oh, we did get a color spread. Oh, some of the One Piece ladies: Boa, Reiju, Nami, Uta, Robin, and what's her dumbass name? I always forget her name. Replacement Stair Girl. Oh my god. This is horrible. I'm not even going to pretend that I can figure this out. Let's get into this. During the barrage. Yeah. Someone's screaming. Oh, look, right back to the Blackbeard pirates. Wait, please. What's his story? He's wet-haired caribou. That's right. Please hold on. You may be a pirate, but this is a government island. And there are people after the Commodore's life. You've got it all wrong. Please trust me. If you guys kill me here, Commodore Teach will have your heads. What's Caribou got? Oh, and why is that? Because I have extremely valuable information that's kind of hard to come by. Information on ancient weapons which bear the name of the gods. Wait, ooh. Okay, now I'm gonna disclose this TCB scans. So the wording of this is going to be specific, but I'm not going to take too much note from the wording. But let's continue. First is the curious power of Fishman's Island's Princess Shirahoshi. Oh, known as Poseidon, of course. Then there's Pluton, sleeping underground in Wano. The only people in the world who know about the whereabouts of both are the Straw Hat crew and myself. Don't like that. If you bring me to the Commodore, I'll surrender that information free of charge. I'm sure he'll be pleased. Just take me with you. I know I can be of use. Both of them look like they absolutely do not want to have a single minute of it. Pull back from shore. We have to stop firing on the Pacifista. Okay, so we're probably not going to know the end of that. Oh, we got some lasers. Oh, what the heck? Those damn bubble shields. I never thought we'd learn about the power of special science group like this. That's cool. So one of the Pacifistas kind of like punching and a big bubble comes around his arm, blocking some of the cannon. Wow, a menacing shot of the Pacifista. And he's just blasting more ships. Oh, wow. The admirals, sorry, the vice admirals who were introduced ages ago, who have like not been mentioned since. And I keep talking about them, how I thought they would be the matchups for the Straw Hats. Okay, let's see where this goes. This is so frustrating. I can't cut loose. We'd just be hurting ourselves by taking out those units. Vice Admiral Bluegrass is it'd be unprecedented, but is there any chance of calling off the Buster Call for now? Vice Admiral Hound, which these guys are going to be refreshing into my head. I don't quite remember these guys. Vegapunk himself gave that pirate authority to command a pacifista, right? There's no way we can stop Vice Admiral Guillotine. After this, there's no doubt he's rebel scum. We should focus on getting the pacifista back on our side. That means taking Jewelry Bonnie's head. Nah, nice try. All available vice admirals should leave their stations and hunt her down immediately. Oh, get out of it. Get out of it. That'd be kind of cool, though. Vice Admiral Doberman. Oh, wait, someone's running. Her current escape route from the center of the Fabrio Stratum will lead her to the northeast coast. We must eliminate her. That might be Doberman running. Roger that. Oh no, Tossa here. Tossa. I'm already hot on their heels. I'll get him. Oh, he's really right on their heels. These fingers will drag her to hell. My 10-barrel finger gun can even rip open armor. Vice Admiral Tosa. Crap, it's a Marine. Tosa Crunch. What? Oh, you'll love to see it. And you see Bonnie fearing and then he going, huh? And a giant hand and a giant axe come smacking down. Bonnie's screaming. There are giants on this island? Are they enemies too? We're in a rush, you know. Gabba-ba-ba. Who are you guys? The boys. We checked the bounty posters to make sure we'd recognize the new members, but none of you look familiar. Are you researchers? We've come to get the Straw Hats. What for? Luffy's my captain. Do you have a grudge against him? No, nothing like that. We've only got gratitude for him. We're warriors from Elbaf. If you're friends of his, we'll do our best to keep you safe. Luffy, Sanji, and Vegapunk are still back there. Can you help them too? Those names sure take me back. You betcha, little missy. Oh my gosh. Dorian Broggy. Vegapunk. He's the one that Scholar mentioned, right? Carry them to this ship. We'll go ahead on the fire. The fire's starting to get out of control. Aye aye, captains. Giant allies, huh? They are the masters Usopp's always going on about. Oh, this is sick. I love seeing Frankie, and I think it was Jinbei there as well. Oh no, was it just Frankie? No, Frankie and Jinbei. Seeing the giants, that is sick. That is so cool. Here we go. Back to these guys. The lion's gone dead. Vice Admiral Urban. Did they counter his attack, or was it the giants? I'm heading to the island. Hop on, doll. We'll attack from the sea. Ooh, and this is that was Vice Admiral Pomsky. Pomsky. The ship on the northeast shore is definitely from Elbaf. Fortune keeps our fortune keeps flip-flopping. Giants are no joke. Have you ever fought one? Oh, this chick, Dole. My commanding officer a little over 20 years ago was a giant. Past tense, you must be talking about Soul. He was a tart cookie. Ooh, we're gonna see Soul soon. Where are the others? In the lab above the clouds. On a sky island? Not exactly. They're just above us. Oh no. You can't move. How are we meant to save you then? Ouch, if you try to move me, I'll die from my internal hemorrhaging. Oh, it's Vegapunk. But we promised to get you off this island, didn't we? I did ask that for you. I've made my bed, and there are things I must protect. I was hoping Bonnie's command override would have remained a secret till she was a little bit older. She'll be a target for the rest of her life. Please look after her. Looks like he's given up any pretense of looking human. Oh, looks like he's giving up any pretense of looking human. Satin looking menacing. There's a strange look in his eyes. Seems like he's completely coated in venom too. Oh, here we go. Luffy, dodge! Oh, and Luffy's bouncing around. Ha ha ha. Sanji, you get Gramps out of here. Don't stop even if he's moaning about the pain. No problem. And Sanji's picked Vegapunk up. Oh, I was really hoping for our tag team of Sanji and Luffy versus Kizaru. Oh, wait, where is Kizaru in this fray? Hey, oh, no, I think I spoke too soon. Ouch, ouch, stop it. I said it's fine. Leave me, Sanji. Simmer down. We'll figure it out. Yeah, Kizaru's coming and smacking him in the face. Huh? Hold on. Vegapunk shot a beam right through his stomach. No, Vegapunk! Kizaru looking so upset. Apple Gramps! Sanji, get going. You've got to get back to the entrance. Crap, I'm sorry, Vegapunk. Oh, and Kizaru is about to morph out. Sorry, this is the most menacing I think I've ever seen Gear 5 Luffy. He's one massive. He's holding Satin by the face and he's grabbed Kizaru. And you two, you know there's no way I'm letting you escape, right? That is insane. Vegapunk, damn it, don't die on me. Beep. Hey, what are you smiling about? Stay with me. Beep. Gotcha. Mic check, mic check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Attention world, hello there. This is Dr. Vegapunk, the world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. I'm sure this message will come to you as a shock for you all, but please bear with me. What I'm about to tell you is the truth of the world. No way Vegapunk is literally Killer Keemstar dropping the drama over all of the Dendenmushis. Oh my god. How? How does it just keep getting better? Man, this shot of Luffy on that back is insane. Oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna come back. Once I've done some thinking, I'm back. Go to the review portion. Oh my oh my god. And there's no break, it looks like. I just can't believe, did I ever think in my life I would be seeing Luffy holding an L in front of the Gorosei by the face and an admiral just in his hand like this, and he's looking menacing. I think everyone's been saying like, oh, we've never really seen like Gear 5 in the manga look like mad or intense or like powerful. He's always kind of goofy. Man, this is like the first semblance of that. And the giants are on their way as well. Oh my god, you're gonna have 3 giant boy. You have giant Gear 5 and then the giant captains. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I return. Had a good fun game of tennis. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, it's 38 degrees Celsius, so it's freaking hot. But while I was smashing those balls into the opposition, I thought to myself, what about One Piece? How great this chapter was. Look, I filmed a review a lot earlier, but I'm sleep deprived, and I just said stupid crap. So I'm back with more intelligence than last time. So let's go straight into the whiteboard. So these notes are basic and boring because I couldn't be bothered to rewrite them. Let's talk about Exhibit A, Caribou, or as we say, Caribou. Caribou sucks, but he has certainly led the story forward in terms of Blackbeard's development in his big master plan of something. The world is what we're going to call it. In this case, where he wants to conquer the world, or he wants the world in his possession. And I'm going to take this as a parallel of Luffy wanting to be the king of the pirates, and his ideal of that is being like king of freedom, whereas Blackbeard's the other. He wants to have everything, possess everything. That's the way I'm going to interpret it. I think it's the best way for the story. Caribou knowing about Poseidon and Pluto, their whereabouts, and maybe more or less what they are, means Blackbeard can start making some moves. The fact that Van Auger can teleport these long distances is very concerning, because it means that these things are a lot easier to access, I think. We don't necessarily know the range of his teleportation. Like, we don't know if him and Katrina Devon were like in a ship close to Egghead and when I can see it, warp. Or if it's like I can think about it, thus I can be there. We don't really know the nature of it, but it's concerning. And it's also concerning that this is places that Luffy has claimed his protection over. So likely, it's going to be relevant in the final war. I believe, with Zunisha, with Pluton, Pluto. Oh, Pluton, and Poseidon being Shirahoshi herself. We know they already have Pudding, which means eventually they'll awaken her third eye thing, so they can read all of the poneglyphs. But like, Blackbeard's story is coming together, and this is a setback for our dear protagonists, which is annoying as hell, but really well written. I actually really like they did Caribou. Like, he's so annoying and you want him gone, but then you're like, oh, he's gone, and now it's a horrible disaster. Moving on, giants. So I talked about this last week a lot, where the giants are most likely going to be the pathway to Elbaf, and that next stage of the story, kind of making them aware of like what the situation is. But it's cool that like these plot points have, well, maybe not necessarily been placed back ages ago when Oda first introduced them, but they're being used in a way where they are plot points and they are relevant now to the continuous story. I really like how it all comes together after 20 years. Whether or not it's planned or not, it's well placed. And it's just cool to see. Like, it's cool to see them reminisce. It'll be really cool to see Usopp come back to them. Hopefully he has a cool power up. Hopefully they have some training. That stuff would be really cool. That would be really cool. But it's just cool to see. And I like to see, I'm assuming we're going to Elbaf next. I will be absolutely shocked if we're not. But to be fair, we're saying this after Wano as well. So who knows? The Marines. So I've been confused for a while as to what parts these Marines are playing. Because they had a big introduction many chapters ago. And now we're only just seeing them in action. And the action we saw was Tosa, Vice Admiral Tosa, getting bodied. It's like, why? Why are we here? Why are they here just to kind of like be relevant to show you how like the difference the strength level is, or will they play some pivotal role either as like a resistance against the Straw Hats, which seems impossible considering Straw Hats now composed of Straw Hats, okay, Bonnie, the Vegapunks, including him and his almost nearly dead self, the Giants, not to mention all the Pacifista. Stussy as well. Like, how do you fight this as like a couple of vice admirals? That it seems insane that there's even a consideration they can beat this. Look at this. How? But I think it's more or less like a question. It's like, what's the goal? Like, is there going to be some relevance here? Is there going to be a part where maybe Dol goes like, oh yeah, Smoker sends his regards, meet us there? Doubtful, but like I like it seems like everything that's being introduced serves a type of purpose. So like I just want to see where it goes, and so I'm just bringing it as like a question. Ooh, the big boy. More questions on Saturn. Saturn is obviously very pissed, and they mentioned that he's like given up on being human, and it just made me start questioning again, like what is their power? The traits we can tell from Devil Fruit are the awakening smoke, which we have now seen on Mr. Lucci himself, and just the fact that it's not human. That's kind of like all you can really link it to. It'd be cool if it was like some kind of different type of like primordial devil fruit, a demon vegetable or something, like just something different and introduced being like, oh, we are, or maybe they are from so long ago where devil fruits didn't even exist and they are just like what devil fruits are now. Like I'm rambling about it, but like it's cool to see like how like he started as like this elegant man with his cane, and he was like, okay, now I'm pissed. Now he's really pissed, and now he's like, I need to kill you. But that brings into the point of interest. Woo-hoo! The sun god himself. By the way, where are they? The Sun. It's a Queensland AFL team. I'm not even from Queensland, but up the Suns. Greg's Kitchen would get it. But Gear 5 finally being introduced in like this more menacing way. I love this. So I want to see this because I think a lot of people have been talking about the egghead nerf, where it's like all these entities came into the picture and it was like, oh my god, the Straw Hats are back to being like weak for plot, which I think is still important, like for us to be like, oh, it's not going to be an easy battle. Like it's not your typical isekai style of like, oh, we know like they're so strong and everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, how are they so strong? Like I like to see there's a bit of that struggle. So we get moments like this and you're like, yes. Yes. Fantastic. I love the face. I love how angry he is. And the fact that he's like grabbing Kizaru and like holding back Saturn. Oh, animated that is gonna look so cool. I still actually don't know. Are we expecting Saturn to be defeated here? Our first Gorosei ever introduced? I think. Would I be happy if he is? All signs say it's likely. Let's discuss the fact that the big master plan from Blackbeard Pirates obviously has to do with entering the Gorosei and pretending to be Saturn. That's obvious at this point. But the fact that like that might come into place with Saturn being killed, then appearing back being like, oh, I'm fine. I like where it's going because they will know something's up. Like they'll be like, we literally we murked him. He's dead. And I'm very curious as well. I didn't make it a plot point, but I will bring it up. Kizaru is killing me emotionally. Every shot you see of him, it is like him and his glasses are like, oh, it's like, oh, like there's pain in his face that he has to do what he has to do, but to him, he doesn't have a choice. So, end of the day, I'm very interested to see if he's going to be like, screw this, Vegapunk. Like, I'm very curious to see if that's going to happen. And I think it's doubtful, but I think like his like final words will be like, "I'm sorry, Bond. I'm sorry." Like him shooting Vegapunk through the chest is very clearly like painful for him to do, and I love it. I think the Marines are growing on me more and more and more. The more we encounter them, and then we more to see like the struggle they have to deal with. I love it. I really, really, really love the Marines a lot. And I used to hate them because I used to think like, oh, obvious bad guys. Not even. It's been so well done where I'm falling in love with some of these Marine characters. Kobe is one of my like favorite underdogs where like I want to see a lot of him. And then when he did get his moment, I was like, yes, yes. But I'm interested to see what Kizaru does. And of course, the biggest point of interest. I have literally not a clue what they're going to talk about. This is like some of the plot points which I think they could introduce. Talking about the Void Sentry, talking about potentially Emu, the world government's plans, and maybe the fact that like places like Lulicia have been like destroyed, and that's like what's affecting the sea level. Maybe talking about some celestial dragons. Maybe just the origin of everything. Like this could be like a harmless reality that he introduces, but to the big dogs, it's bad. Or maybe it's literally like this is what Roger was striving for. It's so hard to tell because this could be absolutely everything or absolutely nothing. There is an in between, but like I can't see this not being absolutely vital to the rest of the story. What personally, I think originally I was like, oh my god, what if they talk about the Sun God's revival? It looks like this has been like pre-recorded to the point where like he wouldn't have time for it if he did. Being like the Sun God's back and his name is Straw Hat Luffy. Pretty cool. But it does play into the part where I don't really want Luffy to identify as the Sun God. I want him to be Luffy and he has the Sun God's powers. I don't want him to be like, I am Sun God Luffy, Kia. Like, I don't want that. I do not want that. I stand firmly on that pedestal. So it'd be cool maybe if it was about the Celestial Dragons, the Void Sentry. These are things I would welcome. But like I struggle to think of anything else. It could be about maybe where devil fruits come from. Oh, like there's so much, but it's like it all comes down to why would he be saying it? Also, why is it playing now? Is he actually dead? Does he have like a remote he hit to trigger like, hey, quickly, live leak this now? It's kind of hard to tell, but it's exciting. Next week is going to be fantastic. I was talking to my good friend Justin about this, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. And he was like, it's so cool to see that like it's moving. Like this is the movement. The winds of change are blowing. So many things are falling into place beautifully, and we're gonna have this final saga. And I hope it's not rushed. I hope it is nice and thorough. I need at least 5 more years of One Piece. All right, like I can't lose One Piece this quickly. So I hope of this nice, long, drawn out final arc. Fantastic. I'll leave it at that. I really need to have a shower because I am sweaty and disgusting. But thank you for watching the South Blue, especially if you made it this far. Consider subscribing. It's nice, and I want to talk about One Piece with you guys. But let's look. I'll see you when I see you next. It's going to be next week for the chapter review, or if I do another video. See you then. Bye bye. See you later. Ugh.